I think the first time I saw a photo of the browns that came out of this lake, my jaw literally dropped. For 2 years, this lake had been on my mind, and I had been determined to see one of these giants in the flesh. I originally thought that these fish were sea run, but after a dam was put in place, these giant beings remained trapped. However, due to the strength of their ancestral sea run DNA and the immense body of water in which they have to roam, the lake continues to produce 20 to 30 pound brown trout. I have fished quite a few places, but none compared to the windiness of this place. You could backcast as hard as your heart could take, and the fly would simply land a few inches in front of your feet. I was also quite taken back by the beauty of the landscape. Cliffs burst from beneath the surface of the lake, only to be iced with lush and brilliant layers of moss, so soft that when the bite was off and the sun broke through the clouds, naps were undisputable. One day it rained so hard it felt as though you were under an inescapable waterfall. And coming from the Pacific Northwest, where torrential downpour is regular during the winter months, I thought I was prepared, but I thought wrong. One day I had to completely abandon ship. Every inch of my underlayer somehow managed to become drenched. Anyhow, back to the good stuff. First cast, Alex lands one hell of a brown. We are all in awe of its size and coloring, and of course, how hard it fought. Wow. A few snaps of his fish, and it was off with the splash of a tail. The bee was along a rocky lavascape with 2, max maybe 3 good holes, but one hole a little deeper than the others, the one that Alex's fish came from. They encouraged me to take a shot. So 1, 2, 3 false casts, and my orange, yellow, red Sculpzilla streamer disappeared into the horizon. I stripped slow with a quick jerk at the end. Once, twice, and a bite? Strip set, nothing. I questioned myself as to whether that was a real bite or not. Who was I kidding? I know a real bite when I feel one. That was a bite. I exclaimed to the guys, I had a bite, but I missed it. I tell myself, quick, cast again. Without a thought, I cast again, much farther than the presentations before. I was determined to hook this fish. 4 or 5 jerky strips later, boom, the hardest hit. I set and nothing. I could not believe it. With the rod tip still oscillating from the aggressive bite, I knew something was wrong. I checked my fly. The hook had wrapped around the eye. This time when I cast, Alex reassured me, it's okay, just stay focused, stay calm, you'll get him. As I cast, I thought there's no way in heaven this fish would bite a 4th time. But first strip. He had been waiting for me, and I had been waiting for him. Line instantaneously tight. Next thing I hear is one of my favorite sounds in the world, the sound of a run. In a single moment, he was headed for the middle of the lake. I tried to slow the reel with my hand, but after the duration of his first run, I just blanked, and I imagined me holding him and how beautiful he could be. I never really get excited until the fish is actually in the basket. The moment I saw his tail flip into the net, barely fitting, I knew he was mine, all mine. I did this, we did this. I stopped, unable to realize what just happened. The odds against me, the immeasurable concentration, his colossal size. I simply could not believe what just happened. Running to high-five the guys, still in a daze, I knelt down beside the net, and in complete and utter awe, I said to myself, happy birthday to me. Just kidding. I didn't say that. I actually don't remember what I was thinking. My adrenaline was at an all-time high, and I was in a state of complete and utter bliss. This trip, we fished hard in some of the burliest of conditions. Wind, rain, storm, and sunshine for 7 days straight. 10 to 12-hour days, and this fish was the only one I caught the whole trip. I wouldn't change that for anything. During this trip, I met some of the most humble, hilarious, and gifted fisher people I have ever met. I experienced a landscape that looked like it came straight out of the land before time, and I caught a fish that I had been dreaming about for a very long time. I will never forget this place or these wonderful people.